We all know the song. Shall we sing it together? You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Why?
Santa Claus is coming to town.
And isn't that what Christmas is all about? Very good. Give yourselves an applause. That was great. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Why? Santa Claus is coming to town. I love this season of Advent because during the season of Advent we could learn a lot from the children in our community. Because during these weeks of Advent, during these weeks leading up to Christmas, who are they waiting for?
Santa Claus.
And so what does that mean when you're waiting for Santa Claus? You better be for goodness sake, right? You better be good for goodness sake. Why? Because Santa Claus is coming to town. We could learn a lot from the children in our community. Because as adults we know that Christmas is not about Santa so much as Christmas is about, what does that word Christmas come from? It's a Mass in which we celebrate Christ. Our Mass in which we celebrate Christ, our Christ Mass, is what Christmas is really about. It's not about Santa, but it is about being good for goodness sake. Not because Santa's coming, but because Christ is coming. Did we hear that in today's second reading? St. Paul told the Thessalonians, we are waiting for the coming of Christ. We're waiting for the day of the Lord. And that's what Advent is all about. It's us reflecting on the day of the Lord and making sure that we're ready for the coming of the Lord. In today's first reading, Isaiah shared that hope that God would come down from heaven, that God would rend the clouds and come down from heaven. And he says, oh, that God would find us doing good. Can you imagine Christmas Day coming and Santa coming and saying, got bad news for you. You were on the naughty list this year. That's essentially the experience of the prophet Isaiah in today's first reading. When God comes, might God find us doing good. Why? Because we've sinned. We're guilty. We're like withered leaves on a tree. We're like polluted rags. We've done wrong. Oh, that we might turn toward God and that God might find us doing good when God comes. So, while our children are waiting for Santa Claus, in today's gospel, what does Mark tell us? That we need to be waiting not for Santa, but for the coming of Christ, for the coming of our Lord. Do you know when that day is? None of us does. So we better be alert. We better be watching. We better be watchful. Watching for that day. Says Jesus in today's gospel that it's like the master of the house coming home. The servants better be ready. They better be watchful. They better be waiting. For us, when the Lord comes, we better be waiting as well. Oh, when the Lord comes, that we might be doing good, says Isaiah. And I'm sure that that same sentiment would be for all of us. Which list do you want to be on at the end of time? On the good list or the naughty list? Brothers and sisters, during this Advent, we can learn a lot from our children who are waiting. You better be good for goodness sake. This is Father Jayme's Sunday Sermon. Watch it, like it, share it, live it, go.